Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your week ahead tarot with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, my readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Saggy, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they're going to speak to you. With that said, remember they are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody, and that is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So your Magician card there as the key to the week. This puts you squarely in charge and in control and in your power. I love this for you. What it also says to me as well, this week it looks like you're sharing something big with the world. This could be maybe you decide to launch a website, maybe you decide to start a business, maybe you decide to start a blog. There's something here, maybe even this is just you, declaring to friends and family, I'm spiritual and I read tarot, or I'm becoming an astrologer, like whatever it is. It's like there's something big that you're sharing with the world this week, and the way that it has you show up is as an expert already. I really like this for a lot of you as well, finding some way this week to leverage your expertise. So your knowledge, your skills, they're going to be relevant to maybe to all of your life, but in a lot of ways it's like whatever skills and wisdom you have this week, I think you're going to realize just how truly transferable they really are. If you haven't seen the weekly general as well, please check it out, because I think the weekly general this week might actually have been very much for you guys, especially seeing this and having that message come through. With that said, if you are a continued subby, Rafi loves you. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, please hit the subscribe button. For your actions and options this week, you've got the Ace of Cups. This is gorgeous. That's you literally launching after or following what I would call like a heart's desire, and you're doing this in a really big way. This is, I think for some of you this week, you're making a very tangible real world move or step in some way that is towards a very big heartfelt goal or dream. I love this. And obviously the Magician card is a card of beginnings. One energy is very much about initiating things, and the aces are very much about initiating things as well, so really, really interesting energies. But I love this. It's like whatever you're following, whatever you're stepping into or towards, this is you really being in a place of personal power, maybe more than ever, which is something to behold, because Saggies in their full power is like, damn, you guys are a force to be reckoned with at the best of times. So yeah, really nice. For your communications and conversations, you have the Knight of, so this is the Son of Cups, but it's the Knight of Cups. I love this deck, by the way. So communications this week, they take on a very soft focus kind of energy. Now we've just had that full moon that was in your sign, and it was an awesome full moon in a lot of ways, but it was also squaring to Neptune. And I kind of feel like this is where that's going to show up for you over the course of this week. So communications may take on a bit of a soft sheen. So you just want to make sure like you're communicating effectively and clearly, because you're doing it from the heart. You just want to make sure that what you're getting from others is also that same level or that same quality of integrity. When it comes to your, sorry, you'll have to forgive me, my hay fever this year is, I've never known it to be this bad. It's crazy. And it came literally out of nowhere. For those of you that are studying or in any form of academia, when it comes to offers of help or assistance, especially from other students, other people that are studying with or alongside you, I'm not going to say don't do it. I am going to say be mindful that your ideas stay your own. And this is the same message for business owners as well. Like this is not a week really to share your ideas with anybody. Yes, if they're trusted confidants or people that you really trust and stuff, absolutely go ahead. But Outside of that, I wouldn't share like the core of your ideas, etc. Like build them first and then sort of ask people for, you know, input on it. Just, I'm not saying somebody's going to swipe your work, but just, you know, you want to be mindful of this. Now, for those of you that are employed by somebody else, I like this because this could be an interaction with a boss, or what I like to call a mover and a shaker within the work sphere that has either a really good offer for you, or maybe they suggest something about your career path that you hadn't considered before, and it's like a really useful piece of information. The same could happen if you're a business owner. Like you could get some really good information from somebody that is, you know, like maybe a business coach or a business guru or something like that. But you just want to make sure that you're aware of what they may want in return for, you know, whatever they're sharing with you. But other than that, like it's not all doom and gloom, and you know, I hope it doesn't come across that way. It's just, you just want to, like everything in life, you want to keep your wits about you a little. And then for those of you that are retired and no longer working, I actually like this for a lot of you, like this week deciding that you're going back to school in some way. I really like this for a lot of you deciding that you're now ready to teach. So I see you picking up your magician's cloak and declaring, I am now a teacher. Excuse me. So for your love and relations, you have the Two of Cups. So isn't it always the way when you're focused on something else? So a lot of the Saggies right now seem to be focused on their pentacles. Get that money. And look, you've got all cups show up for you. So I find that really interesting. Well, and you know, it kind of makes sense. If you're focused on your money, which is pentacles, which is earth, what does earth need in order to grow? It needs water in order to be nourished. So really check in with your heart space and, like I said, your inner self this week. For love and relations, you got the Two of Cups. Beautiful card, especially here with the Son of Cups. For those of you that are single, I wouldn't be surprised if this is a declaration of love that comes in this week that you are either not expecting or comes from an unexpected source. With the Magician card there, this could be with an Aries, possibly with a Gemini, possibly with a Virgo. It doesn't have to be those specific signs, but those tend to be the ones that come up the most with the Magician card, as I've sort of noticed. And then with and there's the Ting, that's the confirmation. For your those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, this is lovely, and I really like this for you and a partner getting out of the place that you're in, or maybe going for a visit of some kind, or maybe hashing out longer-term plans together in a very sort of, maybe not necessarily creative way, but in a very symbiotic way. And then for your money and materials, you've got the Five of Swords. So you've got the Five of Swords with the Magician for your money. There's no interruptions with the money here, but there may be a dispute about a price or a price tag of something, and that's the feeling that I get from it. It's like maybe you're querying the price, maybe you know, maybe if you're a business owner, somebody else is querying the price that you're offering, and it's like you're refusing to back down, and it looks like they're probably not refusing, they're refusing to back down as well. So it may be an interesting time of it. For those of you that are partnered, this is considerations about what to do with a certain chunk of money when it comes to your home and environment. I mean, the Five of Swords can suggest arguments, but I don't feel like it's arguments coming from within the home. I actually feel like this is an external factor. And I think it was Scorpio had that same message, like there's something going on in your environment. Don't let it sort of get you sucked into it. Let's, you know, just stand back and observe as much as you possibly can. And then for those of you that are, for all of you, when it comes to your physical health and vitality, the Five of Swords for me is can be the skin, but it can also be the nervous system. So the mind, doing 10 to the dozen, tends to really elevate. And I'm not a doctor, can't give you medical advice, but you know, when our mind is doing a lot, we tend to get anxious, and so anxiety and or the nervous system might be a little bit higher than usual this week. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a wonderful week. It looks like you will, even with some of the maybe the little challenges that throw up. But yeah, all in all, it looks like a really nice week. Let me know how it goes, how it shapes up. I wish you all of the best. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon.